Evening, dudes. You'll never guess, I'm in the back of Studio Dude Reset. That's in the back of my truck. And I got a LED light when you open the door. It lights up the bed. It's all crazy bright. So I'm going to check this thing out for a minute, see if it works for us. So welcome to Sunday evening sesh. We try to get together on Sunday evenings. Typically, sometimes that doesn't work out. But Sunday evenings, we try to get together, hash out a few details, talk about our week, talk about the week ahead, lay out any struggles, and get inspired for the week to come. So no better time than the present. Which brings me to my point of this evening. Voluntary actions. Gentlemen, America is a voluntary country. Everything we do in this life and are lucky and afforded to do in this country is voluntary. So, lots can be said, lots can be thought from that, but ultimately, Dude Reset, if you don't like what you're doing, you can change it. From the smallest of things to the biggest of things. And only you know what that is, and only you know what you need to do to change it. So even to the outside eye, it may seem like you got everything together, but maybe you don't, and that's okay. It could be something as simple as brushing your teeth with your left hand if you're right-handed. It could be something as major as changing jobs. It could be changing zip codes, area codes, whatever it is, right? We are lucky, we are fortunate to have that opportunity in this country, to be able to change, to be able to do what we want to do. And without getting political or super militarily about it, lots and lots of people have sacrificed for that. And so if you don't take advantage of it, what kind of respect are you showing to the country, to the flag, and to those that give you that opportunity? So if you like where you're at, but you don't like your haircut, change it. If you don't like your pants, change them. But if you can't stand your job, you can't stand waking up, you can't stand walking out of the door, if you're in that position in life, God bless you, first of all. I've been there. I won't speak for anybody else. But you know what I did? I changed it. And changed it multiple times. and that's all right. So it doesn't matter if you're a doctor and you've traveled the world. It doesn't matter if you're a janitor at your local school district and you haven't so much as left the county line in 2 or 3 decades. You have the choice. You get to change what you want to change. And I do want to say, with all the new members in the group, all of you voluntarily chose to join this group. You got invited. Somebody invited you, most likely me, but I know there's been some others that have started inviting their dude friends. Guys, this is the greatest little club that we never knew that we needed. This is a community. This is a community of men. And men, we need this community. We need to remember that we're men. We need to do manly things. Whether we had the greatest men in our life or we did not have the examples of what a great man was in our life, it's our time. Right now, it's our time to be the man that we've always wanted to be. No more excuses. It doesn't matter what you've done in this life. It doesn't matter if you've been hooked on drugs, if you've been an alcoholic. It doesn't matter if you've got PTSD from insane combat operations. There's absolutely no more excuse. There's help. There's an outlet. There is something for everybody to get where they need to be in this life. And I don't want to be somber. I'm just sitting out here with this crazy bright light in my eyes. But I thought, hey, Dude Reset, man, I needed a little place to chat. And it was dark outside. You know why it's dark outside? I'm still outside? Because I was getting mine. I went 6.5 miles tonight. My last half mile, I ran it. By some definitions, might not be running, but by mine, it was most definitely running. So I'm changing it. Like I want to be a certain way. I want to feel a certain way, and I'm doing what I need to do that. And I've been talking to a lot of guys here recently in the group, and it's been great. And like I've said, we use physical exertion as men to overcome things, right? And maybe your goal isn't to do, I don't know, whatever we're doing, push-up challenges, burpee challenges, Murph challenge, right? Like, I'm not into that. That's fine. But know that men need to be able to move. You can scroll through this page, and there's a picture of a high, stout dude, military guy, and he's carrying a child in a flood. I think he's carrying a mother, and the mother's carrying the child in a flood, and the dad is carrying shoes. Do you want to be carrying shoes, or do you want to be carrying your lady or your child, right? So do what you need to do, but I feel like, and this is probably not out of sorts, but I feel like everybody, all men, unless you are absolutely incapacitated, right, you should be able to do 5 pull-ups. I think you should be able to do 25 push-ups, and I think you should be able to do 50 air squats, and do it with a smile on your face, right? So all these challenges that we're doing, whether we're doing a 500 push-ups in a day challenge, or like my idiotic self one day, I did 1,000 push-ups in a day. That, if you're comparing yourself to me, you're not even on the right wavelength in this group, right? But if you see somebody doing 500 push-ups or 1,000 push-ups in a day, that should make you want to do 10 if you can't do any, right? If you can do 10, it should make you want to do 25, right? Comparison is the thief of joy. So don't compare yourself to anybody. Compare yourself to that reflection in the mirror, because that's the only guy that matters, right? The rest of us in here, we're just inspiring each other in one way or another. So don't think you need to be out doing Murph challenge, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 squats and running a mile at each end of that, right? That's ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous to the ones that are doing it and the ones training for it. So don't think you're less of something if you're not doing that. But if you can't get out of your own way, what good are you to you or your kids or your gal or whatever you're supposed to be taking heed on in this life? So, gentlemen, great week. Great week. Busy. Graduation's got one more 8th grade graduation tomorrow. And I think we got to hang it up for a little bit. But I ate like a garbage truck, and I was exhausted. The amusement park was outstanding. Being the cool old dude was fun, and being able to, at the 11th hour, hit up about probably 2.5, 3 more miles and 3 more roller coasters and a funnel cake, and do it without even having to, question myself or my leg or my knee or my whatever it is, right? Like, no, that's what we're doing. I'm doing it. So that's what we're training for, and I got to finally experience that, and it was beautiful. It was so much fun. So welcome, new dudes. If you guys are scrolling through this, or you like the wording in the About Us section, you like that intro, and you're like, damn, this is where I need to be. Like, we try to get together on Sunday nights. Sometimes the chat gets real interactive, and sometimes the posts get real interactive. So if you're like, man, I'm really digging this, and you got some buddies from work or some buddies that outside of work that need a little motivation, a little inspiration, a little knowledge. We talk about the goods, the bads, and the uglies of water. We get into food a little bit. I'm going to get into more of that. But like you guys, I'm a student of life myself. So as I learn and have learned, I pass it on. This group gives me the opportunity to digress a lot of the things that I've taken in over the years. I've had a very unique experience living this life, and I've learned a lot. And it's time. It's time to for us men, to have a community where we can come to, where we can ask questions, where we can know what works, what doesn't work. I want to change. I need help. We're not afraid to ask for help in this group. So if you're drinking and you want to quit, you need an outlet, reach out. You're dipping snuff and you're like, man, I'm just tired of dipping snuff, man. I've tried to quit 37 times in my life. I can't. Reach out. There's outlets, right? And just because they sell it and just because it's legal doesn't mean it's good or good for the body. So we got to understand some of that chemical dependency, what it does to the brain, how it affects the brain. And those actions that come from the brain are what we do in our daily lives. So guys, tons of new members. Spread the word, spread the love. The more you get involved, the better it is for all of us. We're a community. Some of us don't have a clue what you're doing that's been working well for you. I got to talk to a guy in the group well, it's yesterday. God, it feels like 5 days ago. But and we hashed a bunch of stuff out, and it was really, really cool. And it was like things I'd never heard of. He's already doing, and I'm like, well, bro, I want in on that. So, yeah, reach out, post something, post a picture, guys. These new guys that are posting their accountability pictures, outstanding, dude. Being vulnerable, that's the first step. Well, it's probably about the 1,000th step, but like being vulnerable is a huge thing. Being aware of yourself, to be vulnerable with yourself, is a huge thing. And so let's go, dudes. We got but one life to live. Like I say, the only guarantee we have in this life is we're gonna die. And so there ain't no sense in kicking our own butt along the way. So gentlemen, I have every bug in the Ozarks out here on me because of this crazy bright light. I love it, man. You got to do what you got to do with what you got, right? I don't have a studio. I mean, yeah, I do. I'm sitting in a director's chair with a bright light in my face and a camera. Like,